should compel us to remain open and curious and eager to continue the spiritual and moral debate that began for so many of you within the walls of Notre Dame.
It's about Charles's golf game, though. I want to see if...
I know that a lot of the press may be curious about what's happening in terms of the attempts to cap the well. By the way, for those of you who are curious, we're using this room because we got about 100 volunteers decorating the well. So curious, so trusting, so energetic, so full of magic. Hard work and all the heart you put into a cause that you believed in for years. For years. You think about our founding fathers. They were all out there doing experiments. And folks like Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, they were constantly curious about the world around them and trying to figure out how can we help shape that environment so that people's lives are better. I think it's curious that some folks in Congress who are the first to belittle investments in new sources of energy are the ones that are fighting the hardest to maintain these giveaways for the oil companies.
And I also wanted to mention that your likely opponent says anybody would have made that call, even Jimmy Carter. So I'm curious to see what you would say about that.
Michelle and Joe Biden. That's Michelle Obama and Joe Biden, just in case you were curious.
What Chuck and I think many people are curious about is this new adamant desire on your part not to negotiate when that seems to conflict with the entire history in the modern era of American presidents and the debt ceiling and your own history in the debt ceiling.
What went wrong? Why are we further away from a two-state solution? I know you said you want to talk more about this tomorrow, but I am curious to...
Opponents of this law thinks the folks here today should do with the money they were reimbursed. Should they send it back to the insurance companies? Do they think that was a bad idea to make sure that insurance companies are being held accountable? I know that's not what these folks think. So the upshot is the American people deserve a fair shot.
But I'm more curious about what you said right after that. There are many tools in the American toolbox to advance foreign policy.
Talk to anybody who's succeeded in business or written a play or invented an app or broken an athletic record, and they'll tell you about a teacher or a coach who inspired them and who challenged them and taught them values and encouraged them to be curious and ask questions and explore new realms. And we got General Manager John Schneider, who put together this outstanding organization, but I'm curious where the championship belt is today, John.